covering every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Good Wednesday afternoon. I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today. We begin with new charges that have been filed against the woman accused of killing a former Arkansas state senator. A report out of Jackson County alleges Rebecca O'Donnell tried to arrange a hit job on a former state senator Linda Collins' ex-husband Phil Smith. This allegedly all happening from behind bars in Jackson County. Our Rochelle Turner has the latest in the case.
An affidavit released Tuesday from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office says this woman, Rebecca O'Donnell, tried to hire several inmates to kill Linda Collins' former husband, Phil Smith. One of the inmates told investigators that she wanted the death to look like a suicide.
It changes up everybody's viewpoints, I'm sure, and it forces more thought.
Court documents say O'Donnell also wanted the inmates to find her impounded car and blow it up to destroy any evidence inside. According to the report, O'Donnell told the inmates that they would be paid in more than $20,000 worth of gold and silver that could be found inside the home of her former husband.
Can of worms got opened today. A whole lot happened, and I mean, it's hard, like I said, hard to make heads or tails of it, but that's just a whole lot of stuff that got brought to the table today that should change the whole situation if any of it's true.
The alleged plot was to find Mr. Smith and shoot or hang him, and to make it look like his wife, Mary, was trying to leave him. The report also says O'Donnell asked the inmates to kill the judge and prosecutor assigned to the case.
There's a lot more to the story that's still yet to unfold, I believe.
O'Donnell allegedly asked another inmate if she, quote, knew any Mexican people that would be willing to kill.
And we need to be praying for the families, because if anybody can solve this, it's God.
And that was Rochelle Turner reporting. O'Donnell is also facing 2 counts of solicitation to commit tampering with evidence. To read the full affidavit, visit our website. The Bryant police officer shot in the face on December 23rd speaks publicly for the first time. Officer Samantha Hodgkins showed us how well she's recovering from her wounds. While 3 buckshots are still lodged in her brain, she should not feel any effects from them. She has been cleared by neurologists and ear, nose, and throat doctors. Her left eye is still blurry, so she's not fully cleared, but the Bryant community is still lifting her up.
Praying for a good recovery. Obviously, it's recovering well. It's all on that side, but it's healing thanks to the prayers and just all the good thoughts. It's literally what everybody says, and it means so much.
She plans to return to the Bryant Police Department in the same capacity once she is cleared. Police in Washington County arrest one of their own. We have learned on Monday Elkins police arrested Deputy Stephen Carter. The charges are domestic battery and endangering the welfare of a minor. We don't know exactly what happened because there is a child involved. We have learned an internal investigation is open. Carter is on administrative leave. 4 men are arrested after the shootings of several cattle in Yell County last November. The sheriff's office there charged these 4 men, all of them 18 years old, with criminal mischief and cruelty to animals. All 4 are waiting to enter their pleas in Yell County Circuit Court. The sheriff's office got the call of cattle being shot near Centerville. The damages are estimated to be more than $20,000 for the local cattle farmers. All 4 could face fines or jail time if found guilty. In Lafayette County, a man is in custody after a Stamps woman is found dead in her home. Authorities say they were sent to 55-year-old Deborah Barton's home for a wellness check after she hadn't been seen for a few days. Inside, Stamps police officer found her dead with injuries to her neck.
The back door was actually unlocked. It was closed, but it was unlocked. And I made entry into the back door, and she assisted me with the animals, and I found the victim in her bedroom.
35-year-old Jonathan Tanner has been booked into Miller County Jail on a $1 million bond and charged with first-degree murder. Arkansas State Police are now investigating. The first child flu death in Arkansas was reported this week. That brings the total influenza-related deaths reported in Arkansas this flu season to 23. The latest report from the Department of Health shows 8 more people died last week. The CDC estimates a total of 4,800 Americans have died nationwide, including 32 pediatric deaths. It is still not too late to get your flu shot. Well, the impeachment of President Trump was the main focus of the night. The House of Representatives today will vote to send the articles of impeachment to the Senate. They will vote on transmitting the articles of impeachment and naming impeachment managers. Lawmakers are expected to begin that trial very soon. Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. wants to make sure every Arkansas and Arkansan is counted in the upcoming 2020 census. In a video he posted online, the mayor speaks about why the census matters so much. The state's population will shape how much money the government hands out for things like new schools, roads, economic development projects, and health services. The mayor says even a 1% undercount could result in a $1 billion loss in funding over the next decade.
A census count every 10 years is required by the United States Constitution. And census data about our nation's people, places, and economy is used to make every decision at every level of government.
The mayor, along with other state leaders, are pushing to make sure neighbors understand the importance, especially in rural communities. You can join online and listen in on the Arkansas Count Census Summit to learn how to make sure you're being counted. It is this Thursday from 10 to 3. That link is on our website. Coming up.